Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the first thing we got to do is our air brake test. So on our way out from the building there where we sign in at, we're going to tell them 3 things. One is that my truck is not leaning left or right. I see no puddles or leaks underneath it. And finally, my wheels are chocked.
Okay.
And I'm going to perform a safe start. Just make sure my vehicle is in neutral. And I'm waiting for my air governor cutoff between 120 and 140. I'll do a safe idle rev, a little high idle here to speed that up. And as it says right there, we're going to identify where the cutoff is. We're basically just listening for the sneeze. It happened at 125 psi. We'll now shut the motor off, but turn the key back to the on position.
Hit record.
It is, right?
Yeah.
During that safe start, my def light came on and off on the dashboard, as well as my ABS light on the dashboard and on the side of my trailer. So I'm now going to start my 4-step brake test. I am going to release both my brakes and wait for my gauges to settle. Alright, next step is I will fully depress my brake pedal to the floor for 1 minute. I will not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute.
Okay. Alright, just for the sake of time, we'll just pretend like it's been a minute. Okay.
And come up off the brake. My next step is I will fan my brakes until my low air warning indicators come on, a red light and a buzzer indicating low air pressure before 55 psi.
It should happen before?
455.
455.
All right, there we go. And finally, I will continue to fan my brakes until both my brake valves pop out between 45 and 20 psi. Both my brake valves popped out. I'm going to perform another safe start. Make sure I'm still in neutral. And my def light came on and off, and my ABS light came on and off both here on my dash and back there on my trailer.
Yes, sir.
So I'll do another safe high idle here. Air to build a little bit faster. So that was what we just did was this here.
Right.
On the first page.
Very important.
It is the only auto fail on the pre-trip. So if you mess up something on that 4-step brake test,
automatic fail.
It is an auto fail. Now, you can ask for a restart if you notice that something is amiss. I've heard as many as 5 restarts. Jerry has heard as many as 7. So they'll give you the restart that you need to
fix
ask
it.
For it. You just got to ask for it. You have to recognize that something was wrong, and I'll go over some things that can go wrong.
Okay.
I guess while I'm waiting for this air to build. So on the second step, when you're holding that brake down, if you hear any air release, ask for a restart. That whole step is about not hearing any air. So if you hear
on
any
that 1
air,
minute, on that 1 minute time frame,
you're holding it down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
If you get a leg cramp or your leg slips or whatever,
Something.
if you hear any air escape, ask for a restart.
Okay.
On the next step, if your lights and buzzers don't go off, that's because your key was not in the on position. Ask for a restart, and By the way, you have to restart the truck to rebuild your air pressure and start from scratch.
Start from scratch.
Always start the 4-step from the very beginning.
Okay.
So just wasn't in the on position. The next one that happens is at times your brake valves or your brake valves don't pop out. That's because you didn't push them in. So
Gotcha.
just ask for a restart. They will already be out, so you don't have to worry about pulling them out and doing that safe start. Just do another safe start and rebuild the air pressure.
And you push them in. And you push them in at what exact point? Like once you decide you're going to start fanning, you push them in at that point.
No, you will have already pushed them in the beginning, waiting for your gauges to settle.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the first thing you do.
Okay.
Do your left hand, then your right hand.
Okay.
And finally, people have tried to do it with their truck running. You cannot have your truck running.
Right.
It has to be off. If
Right.
your truck is on, your air compressor is running, and the whole point is to dump the air. If your air compressor is running, it's just going to fill it back up with air.
Right.
So, again, ask for a restart.
Okay.
All right, so my air governor cutoff was at 125. So I'm now going to get that shock out from underneath the truck so that we can perform the parking and trailer brake test.
You going over it? Oh shit. I'm gonna sweat my balls off in here already.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up, parking and trailer brake test. So I am going to release my parking brake to test my tractor brake. I'm just looking for a little lift in the truck. So I'm going to give it a little gas.
Okay.
There it was. All right, now same deal. I'm going to release my trailer brake to test my tractor brake again. I'm looking for just a little lift in the truck. There we go.
Okay.
All right, finally, I'm going to do a service brake test. I'll be pulling forward. Now, this has some verbiage to it that we have to go over with them. So I'm going to pull over. This is what we're going to be telling them. We're going to describe what we're going to do, and then we're going to perform it on all things. So
Okay.
for the service brake test, I'm going to pull forward at 5 miles an hour. I'll firmly press my brake pedal with my hands hovering over the steering wheel just in case I have to grab it. I'm looking for any jerking in the steering wheel left or right. That would be an indication of bad suspension, brake failure, flat tire, or a shifted load.
Okay.
Hang on, guys. Standing up. All right, I didn't see any jerking in the steering wheel, so that was a successful service brake test. They do want to hear about it being a success.
Okay.
So we will let them know that it is a successful service brake test. All right, now we move on. We just completed the top 3 things up here. So now we move down here to our lighting indicators. So in the truck, they're indicators. Outside the truck, they are turn signals. So my left turn indicator works.
Okay.
My right turn indicator works. My
Hazard.
4-way indicators work.
Okay.
My low beam indicator works. And my high beam indicator works. Next we go down to the emergency equipment. We have 3 pieces of emergency equipment. My fire extinguisher, which is securely mounted, properly charged in the green, and it is an ABC or 10 BC rated fire extinguisher. My 3 red reflective triangles. Oh, by the way, that fire extinguisher is either right here by my seat or in that side storage box.
Okay.
The red reflective triangles at the same time are either right here by my seat or in the side storage box. They are securely mounted, not missing any hardware, not cracked, bent, or broken. And finally, I have 6 spare fuses, either in my overhead or my side storage box, to replace any circuit or component of the vehicle.
Okay.
My windshield. My windshield is securely mounted, not missing any hardware, not cracked, bent, or broken. There are no illegal stickers to obstruct my view, just my DOT inspection sticker, clean and clear of debris.
Stupid phone.
And traffic monitoring devices. When they say that, they just mean your mirrors. So all of my mirrors are securely mounted, not missing any hardware, not cracked, bent, or broken. They are clean and clear of debris, no illegal stickers that would obstruct my view. They are also functional and fully adjusted for me.
Okay.
Next, wipers and washers. So my wiper arms are securely mounted, not missing any hardware, not cracked, bent, or broken. They have adequate tension to the windshield. For my wiper blades, which are securely mounted, not missing your hardware, not worn, torn, or frayed, and no signs of dry rot. They are functional with fluid.
Okay.
Next down, heater and defroster. We're just going to crank that all the way up, crank that all the way over. I like to put that right there so that I can split it. And I let them know that my defrost is working and my heater is working. And finally, my horns. We can't do them out here on the yard due to neighbors, but I will show them that my city horn works and
Okay.
my air horn works, but I only need one of them to remain in service.
Okay.
Finally, we're going to do the external light check. So this is where we're going to ask the examiner to step out to help us check our lights out there. I'm going to need you, Mr. or Mrs. Examiner, out in front of my truck for my 3 ID lights and my 2 marker lights here on the visor, my low beam and high beam out in front, and also at the front and down the sides of the vehicle, both sides on the tractor and trailer. I need to check my marker lights, turn signals, and 4-way flashers. So
Okay.
when they get out, they'll get out there and we'll just go over it. We're going to shut the truck down, turn it back to the on position so that they can hear us, because we have to yell this out the window. All right, low beams, check. High beams, 4-way flashers, left turn signal, right turn signal. Finally, ID and markers. All right, cool. Then they'll walk back up. I'll say, where else do you need me? Or do you need me anywhere else? And say, yes, I need you behind my trailer to check my trailer and my tractor for brake lights, turn signals, and 4-way flashers. I need you to check the trailer for my clearance lights in the front and the clearance lights at the rear. And finally, my tractor for the reverse light. So they'll go wandering back that way. And again, truck's still in the on
So they'll
position.
check the tractor, back of the tractor first, and then they'll go to the trailer.
They can see everything from back there.
Okay.
We'll do both at the same time.
All right.
So brakes, got it. Left turn signal, right turn signal, 4-way flasher, clearance lights on the trailer, and finally, if you have to, let's see if you can hear it. Looks like it does not want to go, so all I got to do is start the truck up. That way it will put itself into reverse so that they can check that reverse light. So if it doesn't come on with the truck off, just turn the truck on. All right, reverse light. All right, good deal. And that is it.
End of the video?
That's the end of that video. That's
Yeah.
it.